Welcome back, everyone, to Open Line. We're talking about the Nashville Community Bail Fund. It's filed a lawsuit over the Davidson County bail practices. And it's very interesting because it's this whole discussion about how bail bonds are written and done here in Davidson County. And that's part of a discussion that's going on all across the country. But let's say, I mean, as far as what's at stake here, if this lawsuit were successful and they were to stop collecting this money as is requested in this lawsuit by the ACLU and others, what does that mean for Davidson County?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's important to realize that the lawsuit is not just stop collecting the money from the Community Bail Fund. It's stop collecting the money in this way, period, stop, okay? And so under the current system with the cash bonds, what Davidson County is doing is they're collecting their court costs and their fines and stuff. We've talked about that a lot, right? And so if that stops, those court costs and fines are still going to be owed. They're still going to be part of Davidson County's budget, presumably. I mean, I think some significant portion of the court system, the judicial system, is funded by court costs and fines. Okay, and so they're still counting on that money. But instead of kind of having it in the bank and just taking it out and giving the rest to the defendant or the person, they'll have to, I guess, figure out other ways to get it. And you know, and make no mistake, people could just come pay it. But a lot of people pay their court costs and fines voluntarily every day. You know, but a lot of people also don't, and they'll have to deal with that.
All right, let's go to Ronald here. Hello, Ronald. Ronald, are you there?
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
I just wonder how many judges or public officials are involved with the bonding companies, own the bonding companies, and have an interest in the bonding companies that they're making money out of it as on their end of it. And another thing that I'm thinking, you're giving these bonding agencies that hunt down the people that owe the bonds, they got more power than the police themselves. They don't have to have, they tell me, they don't have to have a regular search warrant like the police do and produce it when they're chasing a criminal or chasing somebody that they've got a bond on. They can break in your house and hunt that guy, and if he's there, well and good, and if he's not, well, then that's your problem.
All right, let's talk about that. We don't have a lot of time. I appreciate that because that's something people talk about. The ownership. The judges own bonding companies.
No, sir.
Are they making
not
money?
That I'm aware of. Not in Davidson County. Not that I'm aware of.
And then when you do have to go out and find Skippy with the name we've been using, he doesn't show up. Some of the tactics make people uncomfortable.
I mean, basically, everyone, when you go out and you attempt to serve a warrant on little Skippy, you have to have a warrant. And you have to have a warrant. In every county you go in, they issue a warrant from the court to certify a copy of the bond and the warrant, and you go out and attempt to serve. You do have to have a warrant.
So you can't just go out there and willy-nilly and you just got to find this guy and drag him back in.
Negative. It doesn't work that way. I mean, you have people back in the 1800s, you watch movies and stuff, you see that. That's just not reality. I mean, it's not real. You have to have a warrant, and you have to, knock on the door or something. If you know the person's in there and you can't get them to come out, and you'd be surprised of how many people will call and say, hey, I'm going to have little Skippy to come over tonight and come and get him. And you will go there, knock on the door, and try to get little Skippy to come out. And little Skippy doesn't come out, then you have to, take next steps to get him out. But
and the next steps would be what?
If you have to take the door down.
Yeah. But you would have a warrant to do that.
Yes, you have to have a warrant. You just can't go out here and railroad or do anything of that nature. You have to have a warrant.
And it makes you very uncomfortable when you see some report on TV about some bond company that's acting.
Exactly. I tell all my people, agents, they have to have a copy of that warrant when they go out here and attempt to serve a warrant. You have to have it.
All right, we'll take a break. Come back. Wrap everything up. Be back right after this.